everyone.
Hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all honor, praises to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakodash.
double honors to the elders and the apostles of great will soon surely do well. Sanitation to each and every one of the brothers around the world that do this work in sincerity and in truth. Alright, these are some of the brothers from GMS Trinidad, right? Coming to break a little bread to the spirit and power. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Brother Lamad,
Brother Wright, Brother Kwam, Brother Howard.
Right, you know, and our topic will basically be on Isaiah 43. You know, there are prophecies, so we're going into one of the major prophets, right? And this is basically salvation of the children of Israel, you know, and being his only peculiar treasure in these times to come, because hey, we're in our entirety time of Jacob's trouble. They say, hey, he shall be saved outright, you know. So I can.
One, right?
Yeah.
It's Isaiah chapter 43 and verse 1. It says, "But now, thus said Yahweh, that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not. For I have redeemed thee, I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine."
Yes, so the Most High is saying, hey, the Most High is saying that he basically, alright, the Most High created everything in heaven and earth, right? But the Most High basically severing out these people, right? And since I said that, this is the book of Leviticus 20 and 26. It says, Leviticus 20 and 26, it says, "And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye shall be mine." Right? So the Most High is saying what? That these people, Jacob, right, there's the lot of his inheritance, right? The Most High made all these other nations, as when we was on the works Saturday, you know, a fella was asking us, hey, what religion is the true religion? And we said, none. The Most High don't deal with religion, but he chose a particular race of people to be his own. Okay. Alright, and this race of people, they sinned against the Most High, right, which are the Negroes, Latinos, and natives, right, and they ended up in slavery, into captivity, right, in the northern tribe was over here first, right, to Christopher Columbus came over here and persecuted, right, and then the southern tribe, which are Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, came over here in the 1600s, alright, to serve slavery, and the Most High promising salvation unto these people, right? So he says that, "But now thus said Yahweh that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee." So the Most High is saying, hey, he formed this particular people, right? Somebody could get 2nd Ezra, remember, 9 and you could start at 20.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the diverse
devices,
because of the devices that will come into it.
Yes, so the Most High considered the world, and you know, and peril, you know what, destruction and all these kind of things, because of the devices, these kind of weapons that the so-called white man build, right? Biochemical weapons, he poisoned the food. Our brother was showing us a chart yesterday with farming product, not yesterday, it was Sunday, with some farming products, and mostly all the things you have to use in order to yield good crop is basically poisons. And the brother was saying, look at that. He say, imagine you putting weed aside on top of this or poison to kill the grass around the product, around the produce, and the thing killing the plant. It's like GMO, you know. If you see the chart, it's basically poisons they're using. So you're eating poisons.
They are my same part of the saying the pepper thing. When he was talking about shadow belly and thing, he's saying that if they get shadow belly to grow properly, they diarrhea use them kind of thing. You know?
You understand? Well,
It say we shall be defiled bread among the heathen.
Can and unclean things in Assyria.
Can.
It just says, verse 21, it says, "And I saw, And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and a plant of a great people.
Right, and the Most High plant, according to Isaiah 5, is the children of Israel. Right? Even when he used the term in Ezekiel 37:16, two sticks, where sticks come from trees, right? And put them together, one for Judah and one for Joseph, his brethren, right? Who is in the hand of Ephraim. You understand? So yeah, the Most High talking about the children of Israel here. Right? Go ahead.
And it says, let the multitude perish, then which was born in vain, and let thy grape be kept, and my plans, for with great labor have I made it perfect.
Right, and he's talking about what? The elect out of the house of Israel. Right, these other nations, the scriptures say in Isaiah 40, and I believe it's verse 17, right, or verse 20, say all the nations are is a drop out of the bucket. Right, also in second Ezra he says spittle on them. You know, the Most High don't really give a damn about these other nations. Right? So the Most High for the children of Israel. Right? It says, fear not, for I have redeemed me. Give me the Luke 1 and 68. Right? This is why Yahushua came on the earth. Right? To redeem, to buy back the children of Israel because they were sold. You know? Pursuant to Exodus 15 and 16.
About precept you get already?
That.
Look.
So you have precepted very quick. Right.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 15. It says, only Yahweh had delighted in thy fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them, even you above all people, that as it is this day.
As it is this day and forevermore. As King Solomon said in Samuel, he said, Lord, thou hast confirmed these people to be a people unto thee forever. You understand? So the Most High said in Jeremiah 31, right? Jeremiah 30, though he make an utter end of the other nations, he shall not make an utter end of us, but punish us by measure. That is why we in the position that we in right about now. But the Most High never forsake his children. He won't do that. He's a good father. You know, a loving father. And he had a delight in our forefathers, which is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the 12 tribes, the 70 souls that went into Egypt, and their descendants, which are us. Right? We get punished because of our love. You understand? But these other nations, Most High will not deal with them as a severe king. You know?
I'm a precept back here, brother.
Right, go ahead.
It's in Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 8. It says, but thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend.
And that is the spirit, because I actually have that precept in the line. So the Most High said, what? Fear not the children of Israel, because Jacob is his friend. And the brother went into Makazah. When you look up friend inside that precept, it means his fervent lover. You understand? So Abraham was his fervent lover. Read the next verse.
No.
The Most High said he married us. Well,
verse 9, it says, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief man thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant.
Yes, so the Most High took Abraham from what his father's house amongst the Chaldeans and brought them into the land of Canaan and promised him their land. The same way how the Most High now in these last days went and took his elect, right? Which are the seed of Abraham after the flesh and the spirit, right? From the four corners of the earth, and bring them back to him from amongst the chief men. Who is one of the chief men? Esau, Edom. Right? He running the right about now, and the Most High will separate us from Esau, Edom, and put us back in our own land. Well,
from now on it says, I have chosen thee and not cast thee away. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness.
Right, the right hand of his righteousness, which is who? Yahushua HaMashiach. Right? Going to the Luke one time.
And this is Luke chapter 1 and verse 68. It says, Blessed be the Lord Yahweh power of Israel.
Of who?
Of Israel.
Hey, he never said the other nations. Of who?
For the whole world, it's like
Yeah, go ahead.
And for he had visited and redeemed his people.
Redeemed his people. Who is what? Israel. The Bible is basically plain, but because the so-called white man use sorcery in the sense that the theology schools and this kind of thing, they actually play with you Israelite minds that you cannot see. This is something plain in the book. This is something plain. You understand where?
Moving on, it says, his people and had risen up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
And David was who? An Israelite. You understand, from the tribe of Judah. Right? And that basically debunks also this the Rastafarians this worship Salakia. They call it tribe by the month. It makes no sense at all. That basically you telling me everybody from that tribe tried to put the woman around the same time to get a mini month. So what about an 8-month child or a premature child like 6 or 7? They don't think. You understand? Well,
right. Moving on, verse 17. It says, as he spoke by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us.
Right, and the enemies are the children of Israel. Real quick, somebody could get from Baba Kasha, Numbers 24 and 8.
This is Numbers chapter 24 and verse 8. It says, power brought him forth out of Egypt.
Who he brought forth out of Egypt? The Israelites. They were captives in Egypt, right? Well,
he had as it were the strength of an unicorn,
which is a strong bull or a strong ox. Well,
he shall eat up the nations, his enemies.
He shall eat up the nations, his enemies. The Most High never says spiritual Satan is the children of Israel enemies at any point in time. Right? He's just the tempter, you know. He just basically does come down and tempt, and he's just of the opposition leader, but the enemies of the children of Israel are the other nations. Right? The heathen, the pagan nations that worship idols.
But we're saying here, when I read it, it's showing that is not spiritual Satan. It's something physical. Moving on, it says, and shall break their bones. See, it's something spiritual. They have no bones to break.
That's right.
Alright? And peace and prize them with his arrows.
With his arrows, the next thing. You understand? And you can't affect a spiritual entity with an arrow neither. The beautiful point the brother is bringing. Spirits do have bones. Because hey, right, with the scripture saying 1 Corinthians, flesh and blood cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven. Which part of your body does produce blood in the first place? The marrow or the bone. You understand? So a spirit don't have bones. Simple. Right? Go back into the look.
I want quick before you leave from that. This is Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 27. It says, the eternal power is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms, and he shall thrust out the enemy from before thee, and shall say, destroy them.
Just to back in real quick. This is the book of Micah, right?
Can destroy spiritual, can destroy spiritual Satan.
Can. Spiritual Satan is a entity, energy by itself. You understand? Just back to the point. Say destroy them, right? Book of Micah 5. And I'll start at 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people as a dew from Yahweh, as the showers upon the grass that tarried not for man, nor waited for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles, which is what nations, in the midst of many people, as a lion amongst the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both tread it down and tear it in pieces, and none can deliver. You understand? Micah 4 and 12 and 13. But they know not the thoughts of Yahweh, neither understand they his counsel, for he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hoofs brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth. So what the Most High promising salvation from the heathen, our enemies. Alright? Verse 2 in Isaiah 43.
Isaiah 43 and 2. It says, when thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee.
Right, so what the Most High talking about there? He talking about literal waters. He just went on what? Because hey, he could drive the Red Sea. He done it before. He crossed over the children of Israel over Jordan on dry land. But that in the waters he talking about. He's still talking about the nations. Revelation 17:15 Babakosha. And Jeremiah, Isaiah 59:19. Bring the Isaiah, no, bring the Revelation 17:15 first, then the Isaiah 59:19.
This is Revelation chapter 17 and verse 15.
Jeremiah 46:17. 7 to 10. Right.
It says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest with the whore sitteth are people, are peoples, and the multitudes, and the nations and tongues.
Right. The Isaiah 59.
19.
Right.
Isaiah 59 verse 19. It says, so shall they fear in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun.
Jesus, go ahead.
When the enemy shall come in like a flood.
When the enemy shall come in like a flood. Who is the enemies? Who is the waters? The multitudes of people. Alright? All these other people, these people who are in other nations, that is who the Most High talking about, that the children of Israel are going to be delivered from in this passage here. Alright? Give me the Jeremiah 46:7 to 10. Right? So the Most High going on, he going and trample these other nations, just like what he did before. Alright? That is why he put them, the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai put the children of Israel, he scattered all of them through he scattered all the children of Israel throughout the four corners of the earth. Right? So when time comes, the Most High is just like what he did in Egypt. He going to conquer all nations at the same time. Alright? He going to supplant all these nations at the same time. That is why the scriptures say that he cometh conquering and to conquer, and that he had many crowns on his head. Alright?
Right, go to Jeremiah.
Yeah, 46.
This is Jeremiah chapter 46 and verse 7. It says, who is that cometh up as a flood, whose waters are moved as the rivers? Egypt raised up like a flood. Egypt raised up like a flood.
Egypt raised up like a flood, and Egypt synonymous with slavery. Now, if we go back into the 1600s, the 1700s, who had us in slavery? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. So it's Moses said in Deuteronomy 15:28, Salakia, verse 15 to wrong 68, verse 68 to be precise, right? He said that you shall go on ships back into Egypt. And guess what? You don't need ships from the land of Israel to go in Egypt. You're talking about spiritual Egypt. And just to prove that, alright, this is Revelation 11. Revelation 11 verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. And just to show the point, the Lord was never crucified in Sodom, because Sodom and Gomorrah was already destroyed by that time, right? And Egypt, he wasn't destroyed there. And then you have to think, the Lord was crucified in two places at the same time? No. Meaning what? The gospel basically wasn't preached over here on this side, right? And the reason why it is called Sodom is because of the homosexuality, right? LGBTQ. And Egypt, because the children of Israel served slavery here a second time. You understand? So you talk about Egypt rise up as a flood. The modern day Egyptians is the so-called white man.
That's right.
You understand?
But moving on, it says, and his waters are moved like the rivers, and he said it, I will go up and I will cover the earth.
Right, that is what you want to do that right here in everybody land right now. Iran, Syria, right, in Africa. You understand? He in the natives land, which is America, right? Well seen, South Korea, Japan, you name it, blasted man league.
Keep it not at home.
Can like you know, a disease.
Yeah.
Right? Moving on, it says, and he will cover the earth, I will destroy the city and the inhabitants therefore. Come up ye horses, and rage ye chariots.
Physical flesh again, go ahead.
And let the mighty man come forth, the Ethiopians and Libyans that handle the shield, and the Libyans that handle the bend the bow.
Right, so the Most High have a controversy with all these other nations too. Because why? They in league to suppress the children of Israel. Though they fight against one another, they have one kind of enemy. You understand? Which is who? The children of Israel.
The scripture say, they forward the affliction.
Can. Go ahead.
Verse 10, it says, for this is the day of the Lord Yahweh power of hosts, a day of vengeance, that he may avenge him as this adversaries, and the sword shall devour, and it shall be satiated and made drunk with their blood.
So you see, not spiritual Satan again, not no spiritual war in heaven, because that war in heaven ain't happened yet. You understand? And trust me, the flesh is nothing, because it had I watch a movie at time that they show that like the demons was in hell, right? And they had to open some kind of gateway, and they needed that body to come and dwell on the earth with. Like just making yourself weaker, you numbskull. The flesh is nothing. A spirit cannot be destroyed basically, other than by the hands of the Most High. You understand? And the Most High not going and destroy these spirits. He have them for a reason. The scripture says the Most High love everything that he made. We ain't nothing but the Most High. We could say it in a small sense. Basically, we the Most High playthings. We the Most High toys, if you want to put it in that way, right? And yes, certain spirits need a body to come and dwell on the earth, but within the spirit, you know, because down here is called paradise or island, they come to chill, whatever the case is, right? But in the spiritual form, they have powers to do whatever the hell they want. They could bend elements, they could send you mad. Floating waves on you could see that kind of madness. Go ahead.
Because spirits don't have blood neither.
Can.
Alright? Moving on, it says, for the Lord Yahweh power of hosts and is sanctified
The sacrifice.
a sacrifice Salakia, in the north country,
North America, go ahead.
and by the river Ethiopia, Euphrates.
Right, because why he gonna bring that war over there in the Middle East, right?
Yeah.
This is Revelation 16. This is why the Most High gonna do that. This is Revelation 16 and verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. Right, so the kings of the east went and traveled through that lineage to come in the land of Armageddon to cause war, right? And they go in and that is when World War III gonna be happening, and then the Lord gonna make his appearance, and then go over to America and totally destroy that land, pick up his elect, and let the ICBM nuclear missiles come and do the finishing touches. All right. Second is just 15 and 20.
Can we second Ezra chapter 15 and 20? It says, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always a mindful.
15, 20.
16, 20, yeah,
15, yeah.
yeah. Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 20, it says, behold, say Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, Selak, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and living us to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them.
Hey, and we see that going on right about now? And all the kings that they coming together and turning themselves against each other. But the time we don't come to go and reverence him inside, because Yahushua will not make his return. According to 2nd Ezra 13, according to Revelation 1 and 7.
Revelation 17.
Can you know? Going and be having crowns upon his head. When he done. We right now we see him because what? Or living underneath the Greco-Roman Empire, which that they turn from kings being presidents and so forth, and actually having a senate. So right about now, our prime minister or president will actually have the stead of what a king. Right now we see him King Donald Trump and King Rouhani against King Vladimir Putin, right? Against who? Kim Jong-un, King Xi Jinping of China. We see these men rising up, and just now the king of Saudi Arabia, as we get to find out, that is the reason why they killed Soleimani, the commander of Iran, because what? He wanted to bring a peace treaty between Saudi Arabia and Iran, and they don't like each other. But guess what? All of them is Islamic State. So guess what? Why we having war? Because of these people who even trying to turn over the country and women rebellious against us. Just because what they want oil, the people and them oil to wage war all over the place. You understand? So, hey, the America can't hide no more. They can't hide no more. Yaba Shemel Shaibin and
The result is scared.
yeah. Sit down in dust, and the fella from Iran said that the professor, he said what? He say hey, America can't lie no more. Everybody know America does lie.
They make Iran come up their own plane.
Can.
Yes, sir. This man is truly the devil.
Yeah, but he fucking was.
Yeah, he's worse. He sent one of his own ship in the British waters in the time of World War I, so they could enter into World War I in 1917, because you go in the 1918. Tell them don't let no ships pass, but what, you go on and send a ship with a whole set of where's it going to do, civilians or whatever the case is. And that's how they entered into World War I, because the Rothschilds actually told the British president at that time, or was it the prime minister? If it is that they could have give them the land of Israel, right, they would have let America come into the war. You understand? As a big help. And that is what they did. You understand? The truth out there. America hide no more.
Because to make it plain where everything fell over people's head in one of Trump's political rally what he had, alright? See, he's going to bomb Iran and take the oil. Yeah. Right? That's the thing I see he told the truth about. You understand? But he going in and saying he's trying to prevent a war.
You could prevent that
by making one, by bombing somebody. You understand?
Oh God. And then yet still have the audacity to say there are 52 planned sites to bomb.
And not just any sites, but did you want to use like no, like something valuable you would have them for?
I know, but I'm trying to get
like historical right. Sites now, like, you know, them kind of
memorial.
See, Isiah doesn't like to remember his wickedness, but always want to, you know, reflect on things that happened to them, like 9/11.
Yeah.
What about the slaying of the Native Indians? You understand? Or let's celebrate that, which is
but nothing in
Thanksgiving.
Them do their own thing. And more people that feel sorry for them.
And I just see how Esau is it. I will say that again. I just see how them is. They will sacrifice their own people just to prove a point.
Because what they actually doing, they lying to their own people, playing in mind. You understand? So a lot of the majority now when I think, well, guess what? You causing your people to hate other people for something that you did. The same thing they did us in Rosewood with this damn bitch. She sleeping around with other men, and when she came out because the fella beat you up and the husband might have asked if we went on, she come out and said nigga and caused a whole set of Negroes to get put to death. But the Most High turned that back on all with Ted Bundy too. That why Ted Bundy went from state to state raping friggin' women and blasted, and the majority of them was Esau.
Like fucking we name his boy this Rico man from now, eh?
The red cap man.
The red cap man from
oh gosh. Bana Benjamin there.
He was really a rapist. I'm a killer.
He raped and kill you. Jack the Ripper.
So just spreading poison. Hey, you understand? Musa is just in everything that he do. Right? In Isaiah 29, I'll get from we will just continue back in the 43. Yeah, can. This is Isaiah 29 verse 7 to verse 5 to 7. It says, moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be like small dust, and the multitude of the terrible ones shall be a shaft that passeth away. And this back in 2nd Ezra 13 for you people who say the Apocrypha is not inspired. Yea, it shall be at an instant suddenly. Why? Because what the chariots, when they come shooting that laser beams, they're going to turn everything to dust, right? You're going to just turn everything into dust one time, just like with the shooting war the words.
Yeah, that's why I thought Bishop Alan
Jeremiah 13. Right, yeah, you can bring it out after. It says, verse 6, thou shalt be visited of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua of hosts, with thunder and with earthquakes, and great noise with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire, and the multitude of all the nations that fight against Ariel, which means the line of God, which are the children of Israel, even all that fight against her and her munition, and that the shelter shall be as a dream of a night vision. The Most High going on totally win World War III. Hey, the Most High going on, you know, in some wars, they'll leave back people. The Most High leaving back nothing in this war.
Done.
Right there in that middle, so it's in the valley of Jehoshaphat, the valley of decision. Death.
Done. This is Jeremiah chapter 4 and 13. It says, behold, he shall come as clouds, and his chariot shall be as the whirlwind, right? His horses are swift. Nah, this is spoiled. No, this is not piece of what? Can Salakia. Are swifter than angels who eagles woe unto us, for we are spoiled.
Yeah, so what the most side chariots coming, right, as a whirlwind. A whirlwind does do what when they come and just totally destroy everything, right? Or where you could say a tornado, when that land on the ground and started to turn, right? That demolishing anything in its pathway, right? And what it said, the chariots swifter than eagles, because why? It just does zoom across into the air. Them American fighter jets or Russian fighter jets don't have nothing to do with that. They can't catch that. That cruising and them fighting to keep up.
Hey, if I could say a chariot can move up and down at faster than anything I can think about. Right? They can even enter into waters. Like we see that on our video too. You understand?
They don't have that technology though.
Hey, you saw that technology.
That's
They chariots can do them things. Can make a sharp turn like this one time.
It go mash up.
Spread moving that.
The coastline side of the way you call it itself will die with a constant speed. With that speed and the sharp turn, they'll die.
But that's why the pirates is how to go with oxygen. You understand? They can't move like that. As they said, Russia had the bomber. They move faster than sound.
Yeah, Mach 20.
Right.
20 times faster than the speed of sound.
Right.
So.
But these pilots had to move with oxygen. If they don't have that, that is it for them inside it.
He's so conniving. He copied the technology of the chariots for the helicopter, which they say is what from the hummingbird, but that lie. You understand, because what the propeller the helicopter does go wrong and wrong. A hummingbird does beat the wings, back and forth with a speed. But what the thing is with the chariot, a chariot go up, down, side, whatever, the same thing like a helicopter. You understand? Liars.
I back in.
Where did Pisa come? Yeah, Pisa?
Oh, this is Psalm chapter 17. Starting on verse 7 says, show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by thy right hand, them which put their trust in thee, from those that rise up against them. Keep me as the apple of thine eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wings, from the wicked that oppress me, from the deadly enemies who compass about me. So that who compass me about? They are enclosed in their own fat, and their mouths speak proudly.
And that is who the Americans write about now, Esau, Edom. The fat meaning what? The rich, the wealthy. And they speak what?
Proudly.
This is America. The great. There's no other country in the world has a strong military force like us. If Iran fail, we will take force.
thou most proud.
God.
The scripture saying in that First Samuel 2 and 3. Speak no more exceedingly proud.
Yeah, God.
In Proverbs it says pride comes before destruction.
18 and 16, I think. 16, 18 Proverbs.
Right? That was scripture in Proverbs saying, is it proud does make strive for war, something like that?
Must be. I can't remember that one right now. But you see, and that is the thing. We the men of the Lord.
Yeah.
We the honest people who actually looking for deliverance for salvation. These Christians don't need saving from anything. They enjoying themselves in this life.
And don't save already.
Yeah. All they have to do is believe.
I don't know how they save already. Like them will watch you don't come already or something.
You understand? Them done in the kingdom. Right? But the men who eyes open, just like what Balaam said, who was in a trance and his eyes was open. You know, we eyes open and we see what going on, and right now we seeking deliverance. You know?
Because if I can interject,
Yeah.
you know, there's the other day was passing it was Westmore or somebody, right? And hey, we watch you on the verge, the economy about to collapse, and here it is Jake dancing with the white man jersey markup digital, dancing, them having a time, alright? And this place is about to fall. So hey, by the way, the scripture says 2/3 are to be cut off, and
That's
hey,
right.
and like them, and we seeing that.
Scripture say, and with them scriptures say, the city go burn down,
The Germans.
we Germans still.
Yeah, right. So cheap those cells like yeah.
The scripture I was looking for here, Proverbs 20:25. It says, He that is of a proud heart stirreth up strife, but he that putteth his trust in Yahweh shall be made fat.
And bring all the Proverbs.
Look for back now in your pride. Put place and
All fingers pointing at America. That video we have to do. All fingers pointing at America.
Hey, because when Trump was threatening Iran to bomb them, China stepped in and say, hey, we watching. You understand? So he so feel that nobody ain't watching, hey, we are the whole world watching.
Hey, and that's the thing. Because I hear my father-in-law having a little debate. No, America have one stock technology.
I know them the right fucking America way, so like everybody saying that.
them maybe don't even know
They
what
know,
America
yeah,
have.
they don't know.
You understand? So like,
But because America up there,
Hey, I'm bring
the America juice.
In Proverbs 16 and 18, it says, pride goeth before destruction, and the haughty spirit before a fall. And we seeing that. We see the Most High bringing them up there, and bring them down real hard.
yeah.
And this song with Jimmy Cliff sing.
Hallelujah.
Another come near, another fall.
One and one.
Well, I know, yeah.
Because as the point where the brother brought there, that is what people ain't understanding. Anytime America go to war with any country, other countries going and step in. It's not no war like with America and Iraq or America and the smaller. It's going to be world war. Because what? Russia, the scripture said, let God and may God be a guard unto them. So anytime America play mad for Iran because they want oil, people don't know that they cannot let America get that oil. But anytime America get that oil, they just go in and swoop up the weapons, whatever the case is, and they will be dominant forever. And all America doing is bringing in unjust laws and saying for democracy's sake. And these other nations, some of them are communists and they don't want America meddling in their thing to tell them what to do. They're supposed to be sovereign countries. So anytime they tamper with Iran, China, North Korea, Russia going and step in. And not along with Iran alone. We are India, we have people like South Korea who actually, these nations actually coming together and making ties again. And trust me, when they making ties and this, trust me, one man will and come and say, hey, the North Korean president will come and show the South Korean president early and truly they have to stop this thing with America and see what America think, whatever. And hey, they will talk and something will snap in the next person head and say, hey, you know what you're talking, it makes sense. America right for couple. And all your friends going to betray you. All your friends going to betray you, as the scripture say, look, your mother, as the scripture says, surely confirm that and she ashamed of you, which is Britain. They are ashamed of you, they don't really want nothing to do with you. Look, Harry and thing don't even want to be a part of the royal family. You understand? Even though they say it's one Prince Charles get one. Don't take it from me. Diana was a hoe.
Imagine back in Isaiah 43.
Yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah 43 and 3 says, for I am Yahweh, thy power, the Holy One of Israel, thy salvation, thy Savior. I give Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia and Sheba for thee.
Hey, and guess what? The Most High gave these as a ransom for the meaning what he will and pay with blood. These nations, he will and sacrifice these nations for you. Right? Give me real quick. Right? Trying for time. The Wisdom of Solomon. What was it? Wisdom of Solomon 20, I believe, and no, slack, around. Slack. Give me 1 second. Wisdom of Solomon 18, verse 7 and John 2:13.
The Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18 and verse 7. It says, so of thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and destruction of the enemies.
Right, and that is what is going on and go on. The Most High going and deliver the elect and destroy the enemy at the same time. They come like when a police officer come and he takes somebody who will a victim. The nation of Israel right about no victim. Right? And the so-called white man and these other nations actually have us as the hostage. And the Most High come like that law enforcement officer who go in and use the gun, right, and destroy the way you call it, and automatically when they destroy the these other nations, save the nation of Israel. You understand? The scripture said also in Peter, it says First Peter, I believe it's 3 and 9. Second Peter. Hey, sir. But hey, the Most High know how to deliver the righteous and punish the wicked. You understand? So that is what the Most High will not do.
Because he hand is not short, that he cannot save.
Come.
Yeah, got it.
Yes, sir.
I believe verse 13.
Go ahead.
It says, for whereas they would not believe anything by reason of the enchantments upon the destruction of the firstborn, they acknowledge this people to be the sons of power.
Yeah, we are the sons of the Most High. You know? Exodus 4 and 22. Right? Yeah, come.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4 and 22. But every woman,
No.
I mean, so like,
That's something.
yeah, 132 says, and thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus said Yahweh, Israel is my son, even my firstborn.
Israel is my son, even my firstborn. He that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye. And that is with these other, that is with Christianity don't understand, that is with religion don't understand, right? That is with the world and these other nations don't understand. The nation of Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, and natives are the children of the Most High Yahweh Shem Shai. We came here into slavery not for our destruction, but for our punishment, that we can learn and return unto the Most High, so we seek Him with our whole heart and in sincerity and truth. And the reason why we see in everything that's going on, that happening in the world right about now, Most High getting ready to save His elect out of the four corners of the earth. You just
Only have I known.
can. You understand? So you just read till verse 7 when I think.
Right, back in Isaiah 43 and verses 7.
Yeah, come. It was that the Exodus again 19 and I'll read it. Go ahead on.
Verse 43 and 7, it says,
Yeah, no, before the 7.
Isaiah 43 and 5. It says, since thou was precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee, therefore I will give men for thee and people of thy life.
And people for thy life.
For thy life.
You understand? So the Most High say, I'm going to kill people forever, you know, like, yeah.
Scripture say you prove King Saul. Who we say?
6. Yeah, Exodus him say Exodus first, it's just this is Exodus 19 and 5. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. You understand? So the Most High saying, hey, use that treasure. Use trophy. You know the song?
Walking trophy.
Nah, no walking trophy. I got me my trophy song, so however the song does no, but not walking trophy. You understand? But girl, you're my trophy or something, so hey, the Most High, hey, we is the Most High basically trophy. You understand? We's a precious thing in the eyesight of the Most High. And he's saying that kill for you, like when them men and them, you're bad for the girl, and kill for you.
Remember a piece of feather.
Yeah, well.
It's Isiah 46 and 2. It says, I will bring near my righteousness. It shall not be far off. My salvation shall not tarry. I will place salvation in Zion. For Israel my glory.
Israel my glory. Yapapu said.
Can you understand? That is to show a big glory in the Most High.
Come. Where did the Isaiah 43?
Back in Isaiah 43.
Kill straight again.
And what was I for? For thou hast 5. It says, fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west.
That is what we're looking for. That's why I say some of us who had children, we had a hope that the Most High will, bring even our children on us in that day. You understand? Well,
I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my son from far, and my daughters from the ends of the earth.
can I remember reading that scripture and crying? When
even everyone that is called by my name.
everyone that is called by my name. Remember the number 6 and 27, right? Because 8, all fingers pointing to the children of Israel.
Number 6 and 27.
Alright, I will do it. This is Numbers chapter 6. Alright, chapter 6 and 27. It says, and they shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them.
Name on the children of Israel. Never say, you shall put my name on the whole world because I so love the world.
All nations.
All nations.
Like, but they don't understand that all nations, so that all nations could go back to the
12
12
tribes.
tribes.
Israel in all nation.
And Israel is in all nations. Come.
So the right and the wrong are saying it's all nation, but Israel in all nations is not all nation.
Come. And also as the brother was saying, all nations meaning the 12 tribes, because when you look up the tribes, it will also go back to nations. So Israel have 12 main nations with sub-nations. Because Caleb is a
Company and nation.
Yeah, Kenizzite, which is a nation in Israel, and Judah have certain nations. Ephraim have nations. Yes.
A company and nation.
I'll bring it.
So the people's name will be like where is the key though?
I can. Yeah. And he from the tribe. From
tribe name after he.
Can. And let me see. If I'm not mistaken, Samuel, father, and so forth, he come from a nation of Levites, which is a different branch. Genesis 35 and GOCC. So when the scripture say go and preach for creatures, you go preach what tell him to a snake, yes. Preach the snake. That's why I challenge them in someone even say go preach a snake. You know a rock is a creature. Yeah, God, so that man say yes. Genesis 35 and verse 11. And Paul said unto him, I'll start at 10. And Paul said unto him, thy name is Jacob, thy name shall not be called anymore Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he called his name Israel. And Paul said unto him, I am power of God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. You understand? So Israel is 12 nations with sub-nations. One nation which divided by 12 and it divided by other sub-nations. Mosai that he say to destroy all nations now. Right? So yeah, you know. So the Mosai peculiar treasure, his love is featured at Israel, right? No other people. That we hope was edifying unto the hopeful elect, giving all praises, honor and glory.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakodash.
The Ulama see the elders and the apostles of great news, so that surely do well. Salutation to each and every one of the brothers that push this without the sincerity and truth. Shalom la Bakaria, Mawat la Babal.